Hi guys, this is Allison from Alleycat Creations. How are you? Please like, share, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so already. If you get anything from my work, a beautiful connect, a dot, an epiphany, a mind explosion, a new book to read, a new author to explore, please consider supporting my work. All the links are at the bottom of the description. Go check out my website, AllykatKreations211.com, where I have a plethora of artwork to look at and view. And if you're interested in doing anything, buying a pyramid, getting business card holders, and Valentine's Day is coming up. So consider shopping small and email me because I do everything privately. And I have memberships that are at a 3D level. That's just another way to help support this channel and myself. So, hi, everybody. I don't know whether to title this a pondering, a rant, or whatever have you. I'm really tired today. I don't know why Thursdays are like one of the roughest days with children, but today was really rough, really rough. I had a nosebleed earlier when I got home, just feeling like shit, just to put it mildly. And then I have to figure out what avenue to take. I have to get a loan. Odin is not feeling good. Um, I don't know what's wrong with him. Haven't seen this before. Like you could see his spine and it's sticking out, but his like belly is very full. So there's something wrong. I have to get him to a vet. I don't know how much that's gonna cost, and I just I don't have paying my bills this month. I'm not here for sympathy or for any of that. I'm just airing out what's going on in my real world. Um, I'm freaking out mentally. Um, Mentally freaking out because I don't like to see anything suffer, but anything with inflation, everything is exponentially high. I am looking for low cost vets, even though I don't like taking my pets to I like to go to vets that I feel vibratorily state wise functionable and that are competent. Not to say that none of them are, but I don't want to risk anything. Um, and I take very good care of my fur babies. So I have to figure this out, what avenue to take. I'm hopefully going to wait until Monday. I know next week is going to be brutally cold, so hopefully I get him on. I have something in the house that I'm doing, but you have to be very careful how much you give the cat. Uh, and working on that. I'm not going to say what it is, but I have something that will hopefully alleviate something if that's what the problem is. Um, I don't know, but I'm hoping that it is something that helps. Um, and I have to figure out like what avenue to take. Um, yeah, it's I've been listening to money manifestation, affirmations, activations, trying to keep myself, and then this is a big test for me, trying to keep myself in a vibratory state to attract and magnetize. But then when you have an animal that's sick or is not looking good, he's still moving around. He's just very lethargic. He's eating, he's going to the bathroom, but there's like obviously something wrong. He's just looking at me with this pathetic face, and I can't stand it. It's killing me. And I'm at my wit's end what to do because my paycheck that's coming in tomorrow might be $100. I don't understand why I signed up for some extreme shit. Um, I don't understand. I don't understand it. I work my butt off and I always have to continually have to go through like stressing out what to do. What's the best path to take? There is no best path to take in this economy. Um, I don't know. So I'm trying to manifest. I like to take you guys on my journey because, nothing is rainbows and sparkle farts and chickens. Um, you know, it appears to be, people put, I air what I air, not for sympathy. I don't, listen, this is life. I signed up for this. Um, but I know I'm not alone in saying that a plethora of us feel like it's constant, that you're not really ever getting a break, and that things just seem to not ever go your way. In any good, variance. I always take whatever I have as a win, and I really get elated when good stuff happens for me, to me, but it's like fleeting little moments. And I like to take advantage of those as much as I possibly can. It's just coming home, not feeling too hot, having a very rough day at work. I have some cuts on my hand. It's kind of hard to see, like right here. They're open. I have to get a band-aid. Nosebleed. I got bopped in the head today. Like I'm shocked I'm not black and blue. Um, for what? My purpose? Yes. And why I'm saying this all is what's gonna happen on Monday. What I'm waiting for to do stuff financially is not because I think something's coming. I don't see it. And if you're one of those people with the carrot on a stick, God bless you. Really. I'm glad you're keeping that faith. And not to say that I don't have faith in returns. I just don't see it happening anytime soon. So, like I said a few years ago, if I would have waited because everybody said and projected that this stuff is going to happen, I would have been homeless. I mean, I'm close to that point again now. Not that I'm going to lose my house, but I mean, I might lose electric and abilities to pay bills because something has to give, and I don't know what to do. Um, that's moral. Because that's the other route that everybody keeps telling me to go down is the filthy route. I will not do that. I will figure it out. It's mind-boggling to me. And it's not poverty mindset either. I wasn't raised that way at all. Like you work hard, you have an end result. I work hard and my end result is just a continuous cycle of what am I missing? Hi universe, tell me what am I missing? Give it to me more clearly. I don't see it. I don't know. And my upstairs team, I'm like, why do you want me to continuously come to the brink of failing constantly? You want to shake me up, but yet you're not throwing me things clear enough to see in order to fix or rectify what I am not doing properly or walking in the path I'm supposed to. I know I'm walking in the right path, but What am I missing upstairs? What am I missing? Is beyond me, you know? Up, I have spirit. Hang on. That was heavy. I had tears coming down my face. Don't need to do that on screen. That's why I didn't go live. And not that anybody would watch me anyway. There's like a bunch of other people on, which I'm authentic. Um, I'm talking from my heart. I'm talking realistically. I'm talking logically. Um, not saying that anybody else has an agenda or is steering you in a certain way. But I am seeing a lot of messages out there, like urgent message, and this needs to be listened to now. Like, why are you falling for that click crap? If you're not living in the moment, right? Like I'm living in the moment. So in my moment right now, I'm trying to harbor energy enough to magnetize financial situations that will help me, or attract things that will work out for my benefit and not for my detriment. Because the real deal fear, and it's not a fear in a bad way, but like caution to the wind. If I take out an equity loan, I could lose my house because I'm not getting paid properly from this fucking job. Like, I don't work, I don't get paid. The next 2 months is going to be horrific figuring this out. I am still not able to get a part-time job for the hours that I need. I need 5 to 10 p.m. a few days a week, even on the weekends. I won't have a life, but if I need to eat, I need the lights on. So figuring all of this out has been a nightmare of mass proportions. Applying and just keep getting the rejection emails is not fun. Like I'm applying myself. It's not like I'm sitting back and doing nothing. And I am working a full-time job, but raise or not, I'm not seeing it this month. Maybe. I don't know. But I have a cat that needs help. Like, how is anything happening? I don't know. I haven't gotten clarity and I'm like at my wit's end. Because I've been trying to figure this out for some time now. And I'm just sitting here being authentically talking. Um, it As I look at my other selves and pondering the wavelengths of humanity that are going on right now, I'm not alone. There are people out there just in the same situation as I am. Like, what is going to give? The corruption has to give. That doesn't get solved overnight. Things happening with new services incoming. Okay, great. And so you're going to collect this stuff. When is the American people going to actually see any kind of change? I didn't ask for my bills to multiply by 5. No one asked to make no money while working a job. What is going to give? I don't know, honestly. Um, I don't know. I mean, this feels like the spirit world is forcing a lot of us spiritual people to not divulge and invest our time in our own energy. I have a lot of people that told me to be a spiritual coach. I could totally do that. Do I need a credential for that? That you have to go to somebody's research institute and get credentials because they want it run, you have to have it run a certain way? No, I don't want to do that. I don't think things are unfeasible if you want to do it your own way. There's a lot going on right now that a lot of us feel very beat up. I've been feeling that for a long time. I feel like I am in a round with Mike Tyson and there's no end to the punches. Until I go to the bench and get my face cleaned up. Or, running around a ring and catching my breath for a little bit. And I feel like that was the last 2 years, but now I can't fathom why the universe is putting me through some crazy shit. And I know tonight I wanted to go out. One of the girlfriends that I met here invited me out to eat, and I just didn't have any in me after having a nosebleed, and my blood sugar dropped a little bit when I got home. And then looking at Odin, I'm just like, oh my, I'm not bringing it high vibing energy. Can't do that when meeting people. I gotta be at my highest. Hopefully next time. Um, I'm just, I don't know, perplexed to say the least with so many things. I just caution everybody out there. The next couple of weeks are going to be a big test and a trial to see where humanity is sitting at consciously. Breaks my heart. It breaks my heart to know that people feed their energy into such false light. And yes, it's their learning lesson that they're going to have to endure. Sure. And they need that experience. And I'm totally fine with that component. But what hurts here is how gullible people are. It hurts here. I sometimes feel that a lot of us can equate ourselves to how Yeshua felt. Not that you're ever giving up your message or your hope, or I'm gonna keep talking till I'm blue in the face. That's just my mission. I'm not gonna shut the fuck up. But well, people start really going within, the big epiphanies that are gonna happen, if one were to realize you already know all of it, you really do. You're in the way. Get out of your own way. Drop your ego. You could still have your ego and you can use it at any time. But just really think about the information that's going on around right now about what's going to happen on Monday. This back and forth battle has to play out. It's a movie for sure. We already knew this. Why are you pretending that it's not? It's a movie. There's actors on a stage. We're all actors on a stage. Understand those components, and why do you take everything so personally? Do you really think I'm okay with how things are being projected out into the outside world right now and how it's manifesting continuously for that negative side. Yeah, it's a lesson in a need for a lot of people, but not for me. I see it. I see the truth. And the truth is not going to be fun for everybody, but it's not going to be fun for the people who think that either, who think the truth is going to be on their side. There is no sides to truth. It's a frequency. If you go back, there's a lot of things that have been done against the American people for a long time. And for a long time, nothing has ever been done about it. And willy-nilly, we pay these people to continue the insanity that has been going on and keeps going on. And new things are being created as we speak. For what ends and what means to those ends. That one's this side, that one's that side. This one's good, this one's bad. This one's going to reveal itself to be good. That one's going to reveal itself to be bad. What the fuck difference does it make? Please explain this one to me. Please explain. I'm sitting there giving you a pause to really think about it. What does that serve you? Does that put money in your pocket? Does that put food on your table? Projected food shortages. They're going to take all the stuff out of the food that is affecting us. I'm happy for that, but that's also going to eliminate a lot of things that people can eat. Think about it. It's going to take 3 to 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 years for them to really fix the problem. Do you think I can afford organic food, yet food alone? Thankfully, I barely eat, but I still need water. I still need food and some costs, right? Cats need food. So these things I just want you all to ponder. I'll put this as a pondering. It's hitting here as the empath in me because as much as I want to see more people thriving, including myself. You can't thrive when the system is, and it's not to even be blamed. It's just we have to participate in it. So how do we outwit it? But not enough people are sitting there to make that manifestation have a cause and effect for everybody. We're such powerful beings. And you're all still throwing, and not saying all, not saying you guys, but like a general consensus and the populace of people, okay, are just willy-nilly throwing their power away constantly on an everyday basis. People are not standing in their authority to stand on their 2 feet and put their fucking foot down. I see this at work all the time. You, as a human being, you have to know the power that you have inside of you. I know the power that I have inside of me. The universe is just fucking looping the same shit. And I'm like, okay, I see the loop. Okay, cool. But I've been working my ass off, sacrificing so much for so long. And yeah, I'm young, but not that young anymore. When is it gonna give? I don't know. And then you have the other coin, this dualistic fucking bullshit that we have to live in. Stand in your empowerment. I vocalize and I verbalize a lot. And I don't care. I am not caring. And yeah, there's consequences and weight to words. Absolutely. But I stand in my authority. I'm not going to let anybody walk all over me. I made that abundantly clear. My principal came in the other day. I had a child in my lap, rocking him and holding him in a ball because he needed it. And he's looking at me like, what the fuck are you doing? And I said, the child is very neurodivergent and he needs a lot of stimulation. When he does not get it, he is extremely violent. I said, do you want to take a look? You've seen him. I'm like, this room does not have the things that will help him. But yet I'm not a therapist, so I wouldn't be able to do it half. I do half the stuff a therapist would do anyway. It's it blows my mind. But my principal knows that I know my shit. We have to step back as a humanity and really ask ourselves, where are you throwing your power? And to over to whom? What system is in place? What game is being played? What is the program happening? For too long, society in general has been idle while we have an illusion of people getting into offices and town councils and community boards and all this fucking bullshit nonsense. And at the end of the day, they get underneath table pay. It's a mafia and it's ran all across the world. I'm not a fan of the mafia. They have their benefits and I'm cool with the mafia. I live down the damn block from Sammy the Bull. Never bothered me. They kept a fair system and you could watch The Sopranos. You elicit services, you're gonna get it. So when you're paying into a system that's not giving you back what is worth, now we're in a transitional state until it actually proves itself to me in a lot of people need my tangible evidence of spirit. Well, I need my tangible evidence that for every week the debt clock drops some carrot goody steering you to keep going every week to these laws that are willy-nilly wrote and interpreted in so many perplexing ways just drives me nuts to facts. If a law that's going to give back to the people of their own country and nation state what was taken from them, and then things thus become equalized with the rest of and balanced for the rest of humanity, then why are you going into those countries with an RV? They are going to be able to take care of that themselves. Yeah, did America fuck up? I didn't sure fuck up anybody's shit. I didn't physically do anything to somebody to say, I'm going to come into your country and fuck it up. The people who did those things should be the one that cleans it up. A lot of us are being punished or the illusion thereof for things that my generation never did and sure never signed up for. We have to stop on the clickbait. Just my advice. I came home today, like I'm excited about Monday. I want to see where the interest rates are so that maybe I don't have to pay out of my ass back a loan that I don't really want to take out in the first place, but really have no choice because I can't watch Odin anymore get sicker or suffer anymore. I don't know really what's going on with him. He might be fine. He just might be in a depression, but I won't know that because I don't have an X-ray machine here to see if there's something wrong with him. Right? Um, that's just like how shit goes. But that's what I'm waiting for. I'm not waiting for a check to come in the mail because the IRS has screwed me and my family over for generations. I'm not looking for that because if it comes, great, but I don't feel it as much as I want to attract that and manifest that. I have to be logical. And I hope that more of you think in those ways. I can't wait for something that's been spoken about for years, years, and it never shows up. And then it's going to show up in such a way that you're not going to see it. It's not going to benefit you the way you think it is. And I don't like that deception either. It's deception, false light. That's false light. You put your hope and faith into something for so long and it just turns out that it was never going to happen the way you expected it to. That's how manifestation doesn't work. Because when you put the expectation out there, it's not going to happen the way you want it to. But what do I know? I just read a lot of stuff and I channel spirit. Oh, man. I have to read this. Quote, unless we learn how to overcome all the ways we've fragmented the human race, nationally, religiously, economically, or whatever, we are going to continue to find ourselves in a position where we can accidentally destroy the whole picture, end quote, says Ullman. The only way we can do that is to look at how we are fragmented our existence as individuals. Dreams reflect our individual experience, but I think that's because there's a greater underlying need to preserve the species to maintain species connectedness. What is the source of the unending flow of wisdom that bubbles up in our dreams? Ullman admits that he doesn't know, but he offers a suggestion. Given that the implicit order represents, in a sense, an infinite information source, perhaps it is the origin of the greater fund of knowledge. Perhaps dreams are a bridge between the perpetual and non-manifested orders and represent a natural transformation of implicit into the explicit. If Ullman is correct in the supposition, it stands the traditional psychoanalytic psychoanalytic, sorry, view of dreams on its ear. For instead of dream content being something that ascends into consciousness from a primitive substratum of the personality, quite the opposite would be true. That's going into dreams. But that stood out to me from the entire book so far, and it's freaking excellent. How have we, as individuals, fragmented ourselves? Trusting in false light, not putting faith in self. I mean, I have faith in myself. I'm going to overcome this adversity, that I'm going to get Odin back to best. It's just a matter of how. Why? What goes on? If we were to take all the endless things that we have thus far come up in our lives and analyzed and healed, released, shed, come into a higher expansive thinking of how have we fragmented ourselves? And when we do dream, are these fragments coming to be healed? Are we experiencing it to learn? What are these fragments for you? Because we do get, for that, those of us who can remember our dreams, I don't always remember my dreams, and some of them are just my subconscious playing out what needs to be healed or just explored. Um, how have we fragmented ourselves? And how can we become whole again? And that starts with us here. And then that can be taken to the next level with your other selves. And how do we heal our other selves? Patience, something my airy self cannot do. Well, I can, because I have been very patient. I have a lot of compassion for people and circumstances. But when will the hate drop? When will the falling into the guise of false life, false light stop? When are you going to stand in your empowerment and take the reins of your life? I know I have. It might not seem that way because my definition of success and what I do in this reality is not to human norm standards. And I could say a lot of you probably feel the same way. I don't hold myself to social norms or the definitions that a third dimensional person holds on a reality that they're perceiving. I see reality completely different from most people, and it's always since expanded in the last 3 years. I've always been awake to certain truths and to higher acknowledgement and knowledge and wisdom. But at what point are we going to start acknowledging that what you are taking in is just farce? And I believe a lot of people are going to come into that reality very soon. I'm just hopeful that I can help lessen the blow a little bit and give you an idea of things are not going to happen in a snap. We're not there yet to manifest instantaneously. And sure, there are people that have had accounts that they can pull things out of thin air, and that is amazing. And I'm glad for those people that can do that. But for most of us, especially like my soul, signed up to have extremes in all things, so I don't have to come back. But I'm tired. I know many of you are too. I'm tired. Like I came home today, not defeated, not really even overwhelmed. Like I held Odin on my lap for a little bit and I laid him on me, trying to heal him. Just looking at his eyes and just pondering like what's next. Once you understand that all the people that are incoming into the new office has already been chosen, that the stage has already been set, it's been set for a long time. People are out now playing their roles. They're the ones with the light on them. It's their scene in the movie. And I've had people comment to me, like, how could you say that? But this is happening and that's happening. Yeah, of course it's happening, but we're on God's stage. We already know all of this. We wrote it. You just forgot that you're a part of the script. We need to take accountability. Are you going to take accountability? I have. Each day I wake up with a purpose. I put on an activation. I get to my highest excitement, even though things around me are collapsing very quickly. I'm not back. Old self would have already done it in. Not gonna lie. Too much pressure. Um, too many no's, too many obstacles. I'm trying to persevere through all of them. I don't like to see things suffer around me. Um, so many people have just been super generous and appreciative. I- It's amazing. I have amazing people in my life. They're going through it too. I don't know anybody that isn't going through something. It's just a matter of when will it break for all of us. And I don't foresee it happening with a stroke of a pen on January 20th. And all the theories and all the speculation and I'm tired of the information grab. I self introspect myself constantly. I'm trying to refine and master my reality. My boundaries are higher than they have ever been. And I hope that all of you are working on the same things. That you're getting your empowerment, you're standing in your authority, and you're standing in your convictions, and you're not caving in. I am not caving into the fact that we are all one. I see beyond good and evil. I see all things as self. I'm just an individuated personality, spark of source, living this movie. playing out in the theaters right here, right now. That I'm entangled to all things. And it's about jumping into those paradigms, but knowing that my soul signed up for a certain reality that needs to play out. That's the hard part. And if it was easy, we would all be where we wanted to be by now. But that's not the way of the universe, or the laws of nature, or the energy thereof. And that's a tough cookie to consume. Cards. What sticks out to me right now is where you're giving your power to. The balance of living a 3D life and having an expanded consciousness is not an easy one. How do we bridge heaven and earth? And that's what I'm being tasked to do, is bridge heaven and earth. What we conceptualize as heaven. Spirit's with me. I mean, Spirit's always with me. Waves of healing. Be open and vulnerable, as this will initiate healing and harmonious resolution. Raziel. Ragulo. As my card drops on the floor, Yakaramas. Raziel. The inner workings. There are hidden truths below the surface. Dig deeper. Like I was saying earlier, I feel like a lot of us are in that process. I know I've been in that process for a while of transcending the outside clown show circus, evolvingly, continuously playing out itself. When we come to the realization we wrote this, when we come to the awareness that we're the ones in control. But it's not just an individual basis, it's humanity. And that's where the bridge needs to come into its existence. And I feel that's where the harder aspects of our jobs and missions come into play. Because I can individually change my paradigm and my vibration and jump and leap into a new quantum reality. But is that really serving humanity or myself? Hope, authentic reclamation. It's time to call back all the lost parts of yourself. Hope. And I know we're doing that, healing it. It's a bitch. Some of us are just doing it consciously while others are doing it unconsciously. I know a lot of people are going through the dropping of narratives and programs, which is fantastic. Give yourself compassion and grace. I know I'm trying to do that on an everyday basis for myself. How can I have compassion for others if I don't have it for myself first? Right? It's the balancing act. See the big picture. Getting too specific sometimes makes the whole thing unnecessarily complicated. You probably look at it from a general view to wrap everything up perfectly. Respect. There has been much help from people that you receive. Be grateful to those, my dear. Oh, I am. There's no joke in that. But that might be for somebody out there. Um, since my journey on this channel, I have come and met amazing minds, amazing people that I am very grateful for having. And nothing is a coincidence when it comes to who you meet and who you listen to and who you follow. That's your spiritual guidance. What I will add to that, though, is that once you come into the awareness that you need more or less, I went through the more process. I was listening to so many people, and as I spiritually matured, my viewpoints, as I sought out a deeper meaning to life, reality, understanding a bigger picture, my thoughts matured. The content that I needed at the moment of reception was necessary. But as I refined my thinking, as I became more in tune with myself and my needs and my desires, my passions, and I stopped allowing a lot of the world to dictate to me how things are going to play out, because now I know better how energy works, how we all collectively manifest. I came into a realization that I don't need all the noise anymore. And I'm fine tuning what I listen to and what is being fed into my system. It's not to say that other things are not necessary to hear. Of course they are, because it just gives you a download of an understanding that you already know that is there. It's a permission slip. I don't need a lot of those permission slips anymore. It's something that I've gone through, and I hope that many of you are noticing this for your own selves, that certain people, certain personalities, certain informational streams of information no longer are serving your consciousness. Not to say that they were wrong, bad, or indifferent. It's just you moved on from the paradigm of fear, doom and gloom, judgment, hate, spew, and you're finding more authentic resonance through other people. Paul Selig put this out today on his Facebook. It must be essentially understood that you are not in autonomy as you have thought, but that you contribute to reality through your perception of it. I say this all the time. And that you may alter reality through a higher comprehension of what reality truly is. And this is from his guides, who are probably very well connected with mine. The old self would have already done it in, because I'm tired. And not to say I wouldn't persevere. It's just I'm at a wit's end. But I'm gonna push forward. The old self would have allowed things to eat away at me a lot more, where this new self is just like, why do you let that rent space in your head so much? Stop. Like things will get taken care of when they get taken care of. Like the world is going to continue to go on regardless. So you'll figure it out as you go on. Instead of sitting there and going, oh my God, my life is over and this is bad and things, what the old, even though I am freaking out, the old self would have already like, bye, checked out. This self is more taking things from a calmer standpoint, a standpoint of, okay, I just have to keep pushing forward and eventually something is going to stick, or I'll get that yes in an email that I can have a part-time job, or somehow a miracle happens and this channel blows up and I don't have to worry, right? But in the meantime, in the now moment, I have to keep my wits about me and just keep thriving and striving each and every day, and hopes that eventually being authentic and ushering in logic and reason with spirit does something for me. Firstly, love yourself. Your existence is a beautiful blessing. Know how to deeply in love. Whoever wrote this is totally dyslexic, and I give props to who writes cards, but my gosh, editor, know how to deeply in love with your own self. Doesn't make sense. You have a place to belong, people to vibe with, and finally blossom to your best version. Just so you know, I'm the dyslexic one, but I'm reading that as is, and it doesn't make sense. 1111. Angels are watching and guiding you to bring out your highest self. Most importantly, keep up your good work and have faith. I have faith. I just don't like to see my animals suffer. um, for sure, not. Trust the wait. You are being prepared for your blessing. In order to receive, you have to be ready to receive. Things you are going through now are not random. Trust the flow of the universe. I trust. Just doubt. You are not moving too slowly. Drop the self-induced pressure. You are not, you are at the sweet spot between taking care of yourself and still making advancements on your goals. On this path, there is no such thing as being behind. Smile, breathe, carry on. Perhaps you are reminded all too often just how quickly the phrase in your life can shift, phases in your life can shift. One change after another, you are learning to adapt and grow. Be kind and gentle with yourself. Absolutely. So before I pull these cards, I think the biggest message so far, besides spirit coming and being heavy with me, is where are you fractioning yourself off at? Where are you giving your energy away to? And when it comes to the holographic universe, uh, if you don't have a dream journal, you should. And even if it's like a 2-minute jot as soon as you wake up with your cup of water, I think it's essential sometimes that we take a look at where our unconscious subconscious is. And also note, like, when you're not dreaming, when you wake up and you really can't remember your dream, maybe it's vital to see, like, at what day, what point you're waking up, there might be a pattern there. I think sometimes we take that for granted. Oh, I'm not dreaming. I'm not writing in my journal today, my dream journal. And then you see that there's a pattern of things going on in your life and not dreaming or remembering your dreams. We have loyal heart. Be loyal to yourself, but be loyal to humanity because that's all we have. And stop throwing your power away to things that do not align with you. And everybody's going to be different. Everybody's paradigm and perception of reality is different. You have to honor that and respect that. You don't have to be in agreement with anybody but yourself. We all have commonalities that we all want to supplant in this world. We all, I would say, all the light, the people of the light want abundance and prosperity for all people. We don't want to see people suffering anymore in any kind of capacity. But that's going to continuously play out for a long time because we're ending 3D. We have to go through the end in order to transform. And many of us are here as conduits of transmutation and alchemization to turn the dark energy into light, but we're not ignoring the fact that we need darkness. I thrive in my darkness. I'm the most creative in my depressions, in the state of darkness. I function better actually in the darkness. Chaos and conflict playing out on the theater in front of you right now. As the old guard, as the old world is dying and crumbling, it is very chaotic. And it's up to us to transmute that chaos into order. We can't sit idly by either and not do anything. But when you have no means of materiality to help, you have your words, you have your energy, and you have your heart. Where are you placing your energy? What are your imagination? Where is it taking you? If you know how powerful you are, you can do a lot of things. I know how powerful I am, and I'm trying to manifest those things for myself. But if we collectively think about the things that we want instead of what we don't want, the world would be a way better place. I think what's coming in on Monday is a permission slip for many people to drop the narratives, the false light, the programs, the carrot on a dangling stick where people are telling you dates and telling you this is going to happen, that's going to happen. And we're looking at our clocks, our watches, the calendars that no one, who cares? There's no time. It's linear. It's how we perceive the world and give things meaning in our brains, human wise. But we've been waiting. I'd rather manifest now instead of waiting for something theoretically to come or not come. Go to distance. Keep pushing. I'm keep pushing. My circumstances are horribly dire. I just keep pushing. I wake up and I don't put that in my mind. I'm not bypassing it. I'm not ignoring it. It's just what I haven't found a solution to might fix my problem. And it's not a fix, it's just an aid. I haven't found that avenue yet. What will aid me? What will help me? What will be to my highest and best? Instead of another lesson and another, like, what am I going to do moment? Leg up. And the cute little poke bear and his baby. That's why we're here. We're here to help each other. We have to give each other a leg up. And you have to acknowledge the people that were in the background that helped you. I acknowledge a lot of the people in my background. I do it on my channel all the time during lives. There's a lot of people who have uplifted me and gave me a leg up. And there's people I've helped that has never even given the acknowledgement of. Stand in your empowerment. I choose not to be a victim of my circumstances. I choose to persevere through it. Keep pushing forward until all stops. Until universe forces me. That's usually how it goes. Universe swift kicks me in the ass and tries to kill me for things to get done. Saw that with the YMCA. I almost died and I continued to work there. Not taking something, lost my job in New York. Spent hundreds, probably thousands of dollars on Zumba certifications every month and not really ever getting an audience to do my classes. Tattooing wasn't around the healthiest or the best people to help me flourish and thrive in the industry. And then universe is like, yeah, you get arthritis. Not the best for you anyway. But I put my hand in many plates and tried many things. I never was one to idly sit by and to not help myself. everything serves a purpose. And I know all those experiences that I had served a very large purpose. A gaining of experience. So I know for many of you, you're in the so I know I keep saying that, but I feel it's very true. The energy is like topsy-turvy. There is a lot of chaos. There's a lot of energetic darkness going on in the collective. And I'm not alone in my thinking. And I feel when I do these videos that there are plenty of people out there that can relate to me in some capacity to say, yeah, I'm also suffering. I also have a lot going on. I also am not doing the old self way of thinking. I'm persevering. I'm looking at every avenue I can think of and conceive of to see where I can do better or thrive. I'm not alone. Trust. You're looking at a situation from a purely physical perspective, and therefore you cannot see the bigger picture and the blessings interwoven within this event. We, your angels, urge you to trust, for all will work out in the best way possible. Let go of your fear and apprehension and allow God's healing energy to flow to you. Trust, for all will heal in ways you never thought possible. Sure. That's what I have to say, Spirit, about the guardian angels. We each have at least one guardian angel who lovingly oversees all the events of our lives. I feel very bad for the one that watches over me. That's a part of myself. Guardian angels are messengers of light whose divine mission is to protect and guide humanity along its sacred journey. Sorry, you guys have a hard job up there. Their love for each of us is unconditional, so no matter what you do or don't do, you are always worthy of their love. And that is absolute truth, because it's you. They're not there to judge you. There's the slow path and the fast path, and humanity took the slow one. For good reason. But they have a hard job up there. A very hard job. And yes, for those inquiring minds, I will be live on Friday, tomorrow. I just needed to vent a pondering of where your energy is at, where your fractals are at. What are you giving your energy away to? As the chaos, gloom and doom, theories. Where is it? Expression. The energy of expression supports our ability to bring out our true essence through many different forms of communication. Sensitivity. The frequency of sensitivity helps us open to the world of subtlety and subtlety and detail while anchoring in a structural foundation, thus supporting us to become more fully multidimensional. Through that. So I know the state that my mind was in before the video was one of exhaustion and contemplative. I'm still working on the law of one. I'm at a part of the book where it's a lot about this entity that's fifth dimensional, that's attacking Carla. And as much as that I'm trying to pull some goodies out of it, like some good wisdom words, but that not necessarily something that's needing to be brought into because that sheds fear and concern when it shouldn't. It really shouldn't. That's why I don't read it or give it much mind. Oh my gosh. Everything spells on my floor. Holy hell in the handbasket here. Sorry. Card fell and I'm taking it. Re-energize in the natural world. Let your inner hunter or huntress take rest. Unfortunately, it's going to be below zero the next week, and I don't know how much I'm going to be outside. Flames of desire, let them shine out in radiant light and shun dark paths. So if you're listening to anything with doom, fear, anxiety, nervousness, anything that's you feel is going to make you feel nervous, I wouldn't listen to it. Maybe later on, if it's meant for your ears to hear, that's fine. But that's where your energy goes. Unless you are in the mastery of objective listening, which is pretty much listening to something without it emotionally affecting you. If you could do that and not let it steer you or give you false hope or false light or make you go off in a million and five different directions thought-wise, then don't listen to it if it's going to do that for you. Are you also on someone's bandwagon? Uh, I'm noticing this a lot in a lot of different communities because I like to human people watch, right? This is on all sides. This is me going to work and listening to people talk and what they're listening to and what they discuss. I have a lot of CNN syndrome going on at work. Literal. And then I also have the other side. I mention this all the time. I give compassion to all those people, and I try to see it as much as possible. And I hope all of you are doing the same, but in a respectful manner. Your deepest desires constrain you. Let them go to clear your mind. You live in the now moment. I'm not thinking about next year. I'm not thinking about next week. I'm thinking about right now. How can I make my kitty feel better? I'm trying something and trying to figure out how to get him to the vet and get my bills paid this month. I need to hit the lotto. It's time for a change. Don't wait or put off decisions any longer. I couldn't agree more, but I don't know what decision to make because something really hasn't been presented to me that loudly to take action on. Should I take a personal loan out and then owe a lot of interest? Should I take an equity loan out and then fear that I can't pay that off to keep my house? Do I cut everything off. I don't know what to do. I've already eliminated a lot of things that, you know. Hmm. We have Othala. This is about family and traditions and things that you might want to either change or add on to or personalize for yourself. So in order to get change, it's doing something for yourself. And I had that card during Christmas, and I think a lot of people who took my advice actually had a beautiful Christmas because they did something new and made a tradition out of it for themselves or their families. Manas, humanity, human. Manas is a symbol of both the human race and the individual self. In the rune deck, it celebrates everything about humankind that elevates us, our intelligence, our compassion, our creativity, our artistry, and our ability to innovate. It is a symbol of the collective conscious and values we all share, but at the same time, it is strongly associated with an individual self-awareness. If this rune appears, you are encouraged to think about your attitude toward others and what your unique contribution to the world is. What assistance or service can you offer others? There may be some conflict between your beliefs and the demands and expectations of your family or society, but if you continue to deny your true self, you will feel increasingly frustrated and isolated. Study or the acquisition of new knowledge is another key theme here. Perhaps further study is the way for you to find greater fulfillment. Question mark. Spirit had me draw me too. Because some things we might need to change as a tradition or old pattern or habit that we have had that Othala is asking us to shift and change, where Manas is asking us, well, here we are. How are you serving humanity? I'm not picking that up right now. F you card. I have to shuffle these because they don't like to mix mush. So I hope some of these messages are helping you and my talking through things or helping some of you at home delve in a little with the energies that are happening right now. Because I know for me, it's been rough. And if there is anybody in the financial sphere who can help me out, maybe I can barter something. whether that's bankruptcy, consolidation, loans. See, I would consolidate, but at the same time, I still need money to pay bills. Like they're not going on the cards. The cards, I don't have many, don't worry. Okay, we have Yeshi Tosgil 333. I can't pronounce that. You shall overcome all obstacles. Success is imminent. So stay connected to your path no matter what and continue to apply yourself. Allow your spiritual path to support you in all areas of your life. Live by your spiritual beliefs. Seek out the support of your spiritual brothers and sisters for help when needed, but also trust that you are intimately and directly connected to the powerful divine light within. There can be a dramatic healing breakthrough when you rely upon your spiritual connection. The tiger's, I'm just going to call it the tiger, presence in a reading indicates that a boldness of spirit and willingness to engage your challenges will create the path to inevitable success. She represents her ability to generate the spiritual power necessary to accomplish what needs to manifest for the greatest good. This oracle encourages you to call upon your highest spiritual guides for assistance. This empowers them to bring their light to the world through you and for you to grow in your own spiritual advancement too. Remember, enlightenment is a team effort with extraordinary individual players working together as one. You belong on such a team. This empowerment and healing by assuming a confident attitude and taking steps forward. It indicates that a negative time is drawing to a close and encourages commitment to the task of overcoming negativities through spiritual practices suited to you. It doesn't matter if you feel like a beginner or uncertain of how to meditate, for example. Yes, she became enlightened because she made progress one step at a time, attracting the right teachers and guides to assist her. You have the precious gift of such a path. It is good karma to have such a path, and it creates further good karma when you pursue it. Fully empower the beneficial workings of the light in your life and in our world. Truly, you are the light worker. Embrace it and live it. I'm doing such right now. I'm persevering. I'm doing what I can, how I can, and where I can. So I hope all of you are doing the same. I'm trying to put my power into solutions, innovating, figuring out different methods and modes of how to go about getting my abundance to go. Persevering through the stagnancy, the lack of support from people that I truly adore and love, and finding those who are sticking by me and hanging with me to help them as well, because it's an energy exchange. And if I can help somebody spiritually or give them a direction, that is my path. And that what makes me fulfilled and feel happy. I don't measure my success by my paycheck. At the same time, our paychecks for everybody, whether it is a social security check or income from whatever source you get it from, it's still money that makes you survive in this 3D shit show. So I'm trying to persevere through all of this, and obviously doing it through spirituality is not going so well for me right now, but I'm pushing through. I hope all of you are too. I'll have more tomorrow, but I needed to just talk and clear my mind, get some cards out on the table, feel the energy out. I'm too tired to read a book. My eyes, I don't know. I need to go to sleep. So I hope all of you have a blessed and beautiful day, night, afternoon, wherever you are. Please go within. I've been doing that more than ever. I've been asking upstairs without yelling at them, even though sometimes I really want to yell at myself. Like, hi, what the f-? And choke myself out sometimes. Like upstairs, choke my upstairs self out. Like, why? Give me something, a sign, a person, a interaction somewhere, something. Put me on my path. So I hope all of you have a blessed and beautiful night. Please, I'm sending all of you love, light, compassion, grace, shielding, and protective energy. Please go within. Be the shoulder. Be the lighthouse. Seed your truths. Figure out where your energy is going, where you're feeding it to, and focus on restructuring that energy in the moment. Alchemize, transmute, do what you got to do. But where's your energy? And where's it flowing? And make sure that if you're in a spot like me, please try to persevere and try to uplift yourself however you can. I know during my day, I uplift myself. I try putting funny things on and watch Freya be so silly and, try to give Odin as many hugs and cuddles as I possibly can until I figure out what's wrong with him. But those are the things that drive me every day to get up and move. Besides being an anchor for those kids, even if they cause me nasty cuts and black eyes. So I will hope to see everybody tomorrow. I shall most likely be on around 5. Um, we'll see how I'm feeling. Hopefully no more nosebleeds. You can see my nose. Oh, it's hard to see, but I have to clean that out. And yeah, have a beautiful and blessed day, guys. Until the next one, thank you for your support, your gratitude, your abundance, your energy, and the positive light. And I hope to see you guys on the next one. Bye for now.